First, minutes ago, the Director of National Intelligence issued a statement concerning the report presented to the President-elect and what was included in it. What does it say?
That's exactly right. In his statement, he says that he spoke to the President-elect about the briefing. Let me read it in full now. This evening, I had the opportunity to speak with President-elect Donald Trump to discuss recent media reports about our briefing last Friday. I expressed my profound dismay at the leaks that have been appearing in the press, and we both agreed that they are extremely corrosive and damaging to our national security. We also discussed the private security company document, which was widely circulated in recent months among the media, members of Congress, and congressional staff, even before the IC, that is the intelligence community, became aware of it. I emphasize that this document is not, emphasis, a U.S. intelligence community product, and I do not believe the leaks came from within the IC. The IC has not made any judgment that the information in this document is reliable, and we did not rely upon it in any way for our conclusions. However, part of our obligation is to ensure that policymakers are provided with the fullest possible picture of any matters that might affect national security. President-elect Trump again affirmed his appreciation for all the men and women serving in the intelligence community, and I assured him that the IC stands ready to serve his administration and the American people. It is signed, James R. Clapper, the Director of National Intelligence. Don, if I could just highlight a line in that statement. It's the line at the end. First of all, it references this document that was part of CNN's story, not the contents of the document, but CNN's story yesterday, which was an exclusive, was that this document had been included, a synopsis of it, in that classified intelligence briefing on Friday to the President-elect as well as to President Obama, that the FBI is investigating the allegations, though has not yet confirmed them, and that members of Congress, Republican and Democrat, consider them serious and have also asked for further investigation. You'll remember today that Donald Trump at his press conference denied any veracity of that document, but also attacked CNN, called us fake news, called this story fake, and that's a line that was continued by Kellyanne Conway with Anderson Cooper in quite a substantive interview just about a little more than an hour ago. He emphasizes the document, which again, we did not detail the allegations inside it, but we did detail that a synopsis of those allegations was included in the briefing. He mentions that document, and then he goes on to say, let me repeat that sentence, part of our obligation is to ensure that policymakers are provided with the fullest possible picture of any matters that might affect national security. It is hard, Don, to read that in any other way, but to confirm that as part of that obligation, they presented some of this information as we reported yesterday in that intelligence briefing. Yeah. A remarkable statement from the Director of National Intelligence to in effect reveal a private conversation with the President about this, and on a matter that the President has contested very boldly in public just a few hours before in his press conference.
And again, I think you pointed out that important line, and it is important to point it out again. But this is in.
Let me look at my cue card. What am I supposed to talk about?
CNN's reporting.
I find no real other way to read that line. I mean, we were already very confident in our reporting. I'll remind our viewers that we spoke to more than a dozen high-ranking officials from a number of agencies and buildings around Washington. We were already confident, but here you have a public reference to that document, those memos rather, that contain these allegations.
Saying they were unreliable, so that makes them reliable? What the